Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a little quick overview of how to navigate this course in D2L. For all of you who are new or maybe haven't taken a class from me before, I in general set these up kind of the same way each time. So once you click into the course, this is what you see, and I've got my view as a student, so I can view the course as you would see it. So on the left, you see the news posts, and this is really important because this is where I post things each week with updates and information about the course. If I need to make a change in the course, I post it here. If I need to tell you something, I post it here. So please always make sure to check this first. You should be logging in a couple of times a week at least. In order to look at the upcoming material and all of that. So just make sure those students who are weekend warriors, we call them, who only log in on the weekend, that's not going to work so well for you. It just doesn't. So take a few minutes early in the week, in the middle of the week, and then on the weekend to log into the class and see what's going on. And you'll do well. Okay, so to get to the content and to get started, we go over to the content tab. And here you'll see all the modules on the left. And you'll see a start here. And this is where we house the syllabus and the snapshot. The snapshot is just a little chart of the due dates and assignments and readings and all of that in one little page so that you can have it as a reference. I print these out for myself as well just to make sure I know where we're at in the course and what I'm supposed to be grading and things like that. There's also my tips for success, and then there's a whole bunch of links to student resources should you need them. And then the modules are right here. For instance, let's go into Module 5. You'll see each module has what you should read for that week, and then it has some expected outcomes of what you should learn this week. And in this case, we have just one assignment, which looks like it's a written assignment. So there's the instructions in here, and then the drop box of where to post your assignment. Also, for each module, you'll have content. So sometimes you'll have videos, sometimes you'll have links, sometimes I have embedded an article right here for you. Sometimes I'll ask you to go find the article in the library, online, of course. So that's how that works. All the content. Make sure to read all the content. You can see here that, for instance, it says I have 1 of 6 topics complete. That just means that I've clicked on one of these topics. Just be aware that I can see what you've clicked on and what you haven't clicked on, which I can see how you have progressed, how many times you've logged in, etc. I don't ever look at that unless there's a problem and I'm concerned about you. Then I usually go see when the last time you logged into the class was. I see how much of the content you've looked at, and usually I can, it just works out that if you don't look at the content and you don't log in very often, you won't do very well in the course. For each piece of information up here, I can see if you have viewed it or not. So for instance, the syllabus, I can always go back and look at who's viewed the syllabus and who hasn't. I don't do that very often because sometimes it's depressing of how many people do not look at the syllabus, which is, it's just depressing. But anyway, that being said, I don't go in here looking to see what you're doing, but I can if you are starting to fail and I'm concerned, and I will always email you and say, hey, is there something I can do to help you? Just know that always we're all humans, we're all adults, we have families and jobs and parents and COVID and etc. So we are all dealing with a lot of things. And so if you have some sort of issue at home that is preventing you from logging in or getting something done, let me know. I'm happy to work with you on these things, and I understand about those, but please be proactive in contacting me and not wait for me to contact you. Also, if possible, try to stay ahead. I know that's hard, and some of you are last minute people, and I have been a last minute student for sure. I have found over some of the jobs that I've had that I've learned to turn that into to change to be ahead of the game. So if I try to stay ahead of the game at least one step, so that if something goes wrong, that I'm still okay. I know that's a hard switch to make, but sometimes if you do that early in the semester and just get one step ahead, then you'll find that it's easier, and there's a grace room in the middle if something goes wrong. And as you know, something always goes wrong, right? Okay, so let's move on to that. Assessments. Here's where you can see the drop boxes. If you wanted to go directly to the drop box where you add assignments, the grades, you can always see what grade you have at the moment. It's just a numerical number. You can see the grading scale in the syllabus. If there's any quizzes or surveys, etc., they're in here. Communication has, I don't use this very often, the calendar. And I will be updating, because I see already that a couple of things are not showing up in the calendar. When I roll over these courses, I have to change every single date and make sure that they all kind of stick in the new system. So I already see that, like, our first assignment is not showing up in the calendar. So I will fix that before Monday. It's also how you get to the discussion area. So I've set up a couple of just general discussion areas, just a let's chat. So feel free to chat about anything here you want to. And the best classes, I think, are classes that where students talk to each other. So I would go ahead and subscribe to this just so that you are notified every time somebody actually posts something here, because you can just ignore this and then you never see what somebody posts. If you have general class discussions that you want somebody else to maybe answer, maybe me or anybody else, you can post them here. I also will answer in here. But of course, you can always email me privately if you want to. And please feel free to email me anytime. I check my email in here and my other email at least once or twice a day. So I'm always happy to get back to you. You are never bothering me. That's what I'm here for. And I love to hear from you. So then here's where we have the introduction discussion. You see I've put out some rules, and these are the discussion rules for this class. So every single discussion we have is going to have an introductory post. That's your initial post, and it's always due on Thursday. The reason I do that is because if I don't say that, you will wait till Saturday or Sunday, and then nobody else has a chance to read it or respond to it, because you have to respond at least to 3 others after you write your post. So please post your initial post by Thursday. Give time to people to read it and respond and have a discussion. There's no way to have a discussion if you're not in here and discussing. So that also brings up the point of make sure that you're logging in multiple times so that you see what people are actually responding to. And if somebody responds to your post with a question or something that needs to be responded to or you want to respond to, by all means, maintain your own thread as well. So this will be for every single discussion that we have. Okay, so, and to go into there, you just click on there and then you start your own thread. And you see that I've done a little video intro here as well. All right, what else did I want to say? So Here is the exit portfolio tab. This is where you create and maintain your exit portfolio. You will come in here and you will start a new presentation, and that's where you will start. If when you have a presentation already, then you will come in here and you will see your presentation and you will be able to edit it, and that's how you keep editing it. This is the mail button, so if you want to email me, you can do that right here, and if there's a little dot at the top, you'll see that you've got mail. This is the subscription alerts for the discussion post, so if you subscribe to a discussion, you'll always get a red dot when there's a new discussion. And this is just alerts for anything that I change in this course. You'll get a little dot up here that'll notify you that there is an alert. So I hope this covers this and it's not too confusing. If you are a little nervous about it, don't worry, it will become clear pretty quickly and we will get you through this. I love teaching the brand new students to our program and getting you all settled in. That's one of my favorite things to do, and I also teach the ending course, which is great too because I get to usher you through finishing the program. So I kind of own those two courses right now because I love that so much. So anyway, I'll let you go and I hope this was helpful. Email me if you have questions.